How's it going, guys? Welcome back to A2Z Ozone. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use and operate a garden timer for your ozone generator. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So here's a closer look at the garden timer. It is in military time. This is a very cheap garden timer you can get. There's fancier ones you can get, but for this purpose, this is the one we're using. You can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot or any kind of hardware store like that. But for this purpose, this is the one we're using. And then we have our MP3000. These timers work for our MP series and our SB series with the exception of the MP1000. So to use this, you're going to set this on whatever time it is currently. So right now it is about 1:30. So we're going to set this for 1:30. About there. And then if I wanted it to go off around 2 o'clock every day at the same time, I would push in the pin for 2 o'clock, which in military time is going to be the 14. So I'm going to push in the 14. And let's set it for 30 minutes. Each one of these pins is about 15 minutes, so that's what we're going to set it on. And the next step is to plug it into the wall. You also want to make sure that this switch is put on the timer setting. And there's an on, and then there's an off. If it's just on, it's just going to turn on your generator. But you want to make sure it's set on the timer setting in the middle. So we're going to plug it in. And then we will plug in our MP unit. So everything's set up. You want to make sure your MP series is turned all the way on. So make sure these switches is on. You want to make sure this is on as well. To make sure it's on, you can turn it all the way off. You're going to hear a little ding, and then when you want to turn it on, just make sure it's in between these on arrows. If you go any further than the off position, it's going to set the timer. And then you have your concentration. You want to set it to whatever concentration of ozone you want to put out. So for this purpose, we're going to do 100, and then we'll come back at 2 o'clock and see if it's going off. So it is 2 o'clock, and the garden timer did go off as I expected it to. It wasn't exactly 2 o'clock, but with this specific garden timer, it's kind of difficult to tell, exactly what time it is, but you can get roughly in the ballpark of where you need to be. For a fairly cheap garden timer, it did exactly what I wanted it to. The only thing to note with this garden timer in specific is that all these pins need to be pulled out in order for the timer to work. So, just set the time to the current time of what it is, and then push in the pin for what time you want it to go off. Each pin is 15 minutes. So if you wanted to go 30, you'd go 2 pins. If you wanted to go 45, you would go 3 pins, and so on and so forth. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or videos you'd like to see in the future, please let us know in the comment section below. You can also visit our website at A2ZOzone.com for more information. As always, we'll have new videos coming soon, so stay tuned for future videos.